What's up, people? It's Hotep Jesus. I shrunk into a little kid. How y'all feeling today? Welcome to the stream. Fuck Joe Biden.
What's up, people? So, as y'all can see, I got somebody coming in right after me. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all done getting hell from me, you gonna have to deal with Hotep Jesus Jr. That's my little guy right there. That's little Hotep Jesus Jr. That's mini Hotep Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's next in line for the crown. That's what y'all gonna have to deal with. Little me. Huh? Somebody clip that. Yeah, Hotep in trainer. I'm getting him ready. I'm getting him ready. When I retire, he gonna be taking over and he gonna be giving y'all the podcasts and the YouTubes and the Hotep's been told you. That's my little guy right there. You know what I'm saying? Let him intro the show for me. He got to get some experience in front of the camera because he's going to be taking over for me. He my little twin. I need him to get some experience in front of the camera and get comfortable in front of this thing because it can make you nervous and excited and, you know, give you anxiety and stuff like that. So I need him to get that out early. When I pass the reins. When I pass the reins over, that's who's going to be taking over. Make sure y'all subscribe. Welcome. I'm streaming tonight. No griff. Streaming tonight because somebody asked me to. Somebody was like, Hotep, we need a stream. And I was going to stream chess tonight. Because I was sitting here practicing and shit. I was going to stream chess. I went to check my Twitter mentions after I won a game. Now, let me see what Twitter's talking about. Let me catch up on my messages because I hadn't really paid attention to my mentions all day. Appreciate you, John Lemley. Appreciate you, homie. So I checked my mentions and said, I wish you and Uncle Hotep go live. I know Uncle Hotep is probably late for him. I'm not even gonna bother him. I know he was a fan. So I ain't even gonna stress him. Let me just go ahead and address this Biden shit now. First of all, let me say no griff. I've been chilling since the election. Since election night. Since Hotep's been told you, I've been chilling. I ain't had much to say. I've been telling my jokes on Twitter, but I'm unfazed by this shit. I'm completely. What do you? It shouldn't be. Press 1 in the box if the audio is good. Press 2 if it's laggy. Press 1 in the box if the audio is. Press 2 in the box. Laggy. But I've been watching the grifters. Brody typing in Chinese. 1 2 1 2 1 2. So it's good for some people, choppy for others. So The grifters been going in since election. They've been going ham. They've been going hamburger. I seen them organizing protests. Seen them rallying. And I don't want to be involved. I simply don't want to be involved. I just don't. Shout out to Symmetry 7. Feel like they acting like crybabies. They acting like liberals. They're becoming the very same thing we said we wouldn't become. They're turning into snowflakes. I seen some I believe conservatives or MAGA people praying outside of one of these election places. I said, Lord have mercy. He took the MAGA hat off. I wouldn't know if these was leftists or conservatives. It's goddamn embarrassing. Goddamn embarrassing. Yeah. Then you got goddamn Van Jones ass over here crying. This fool over here crying. For what? For what? And it was crocodile tears. Like it looked like he was fake crying. He a good actor. Van Jones out here acting. He acting. Out here crying over this Biden president. Oh, he's snowflaking? I'm not surprised. I mean, everybody out here all the grifters are out here with the theatrics. They're all playing the theatrics. All of them. Left and right. The left is crying because Biden won, and the right, they crying because Trump lost. John Lemley said, the reason conservatives are so good at attacking and criticizing the left is because they're really attacking and criticizing themselves all the time. Let me read this tweet from Bill Gates. You know, he can't wait to put a needle in my arm. Strap us to a chair. Says, congratulations to President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris. Thank you to the election officials and campaign workers who worked tirelessly to ensure a record number of Americans cast a ballot and have it counted during such a challenging time for our country. 4,000. He continues in the thread. I look forward to working with the new administration. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do, Bill. And leaders on both sides in Congress on getting the surging pandemic under control. Engaging partners around the world on issues like poverty and climate change, and addressing issues of inequality and opportunity. Well, let's go look up Bill Gates' efficacy. And what was it? Hold up. Let me find it. Polio vaccine, Africa. Outbreak. I have to add. No, I hide. UN says new polio outbreak. This is on AP News. Ain't fake news. Allegedly. Says UN says new polio outbreak in Sudan caused by oral vaccine. Associated. The World Health Organization says a new polio outbreak in Sudan is linked to an ongoing vaccine sparked in Chad. A week after the UN Health Agency declared the African continent free of wild polio virus. So a week after these UN Health Agency, these guys are supposed to be the experts in health, they say, oh, look, polio's gone. It's free. We're free of polio. Very next week, we have an outbreak. caused by an oral vaccine. Apparently, there's reports about similar happenings in India. Bill Gates vaccine led. Keep in mind, Bill Gates says, who can reply? Only people who follow or are mentioned can reply. So Bill Gates didn't want y'all coming in his thread, exposing his ass. That's what he didn't. He said, turn the noise gate down. Hold on. Let's see, where's the gate? All right, here's the gate. The close threshold or attack time, hold? Which one? Appreciate the super chat. John Lemley. Dub Will 88 said Van Jones equals simp. John Lemley sent me a Chinese message. Let's go ahead and let's do a Google Translate. See what Lemley said. I am sure that our new leader will never betray us like the past. Emil's Magone, $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Close the threshold. All right, hold on. So should I turn the threshold down? That's the threshold. Hold on. Threshold, I'll turn it down. How about now? I just turned it down. So tell me if that's better. Somebody said Trump is gone. It is over. Biden won, and thank God for that. Oh, you're entitled to your opinion. Did I answer the Harris question? What's the Harris question? What's the Harris question? I don't know what the Harris question is. Somebody please retype that in the chat so I can answer that question. The Harris question. That's better? Cool. Somebody said Kamal's going to push Biden out of his wheelchair. I don't think Biden makes it to inauguration. I think he bows out before then and she becomes president and they inaugurate her. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. But here's something else I believe. Well, where should I start first? Should I start with the future of Black Lives Matter, or should I start with the future of this election? Let's start with the future of this election. Let's go there. Yeah, I meant to check Trump's Twitter feed. Let's see what Trump is tweeting right now. Let's see what the homie's tweeting right now. Trump, boom. He said, Trump said 71 million legal votes, the most ever for a sitting president. This was 6 hours ago. He said the observers were not allowed into the counting rooms. I won the election, got 71 million legal votes. Bad things happen, which our observers were not allowed to see. Never happened before. Millions of mail-in ballots were sent to people who never asked for them. I received a mail-in ballot. I didn't ask for one. He's right. He's right about that. He hasn't tweeted since Biden was announced as the winner for whatever reason. I'm sure his next tweet gonna be some fire though. Biden's laptop matters. First of all, for Van Jones, he gets a come on, man. He gets a come on, man. For the grifters out there grifting and crying and carrying on. Come on, man. African Mike said, I think Trump takes this to SCOTUS and wins. And that's exactly what I was going to say, African Mike. the left, and this is why I'm not happy about this, because the left is celebrating wildly. And what if, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Al Gore announced as the presidential winner? Put 1 in the chat if what I'm saying is true, 2 if I'm incorrect. But wasn't Al Gore announced as the winner or whatever, and then they found out the election was rigged, and then Bush won? How did that go? Am I correct in that? Press 1 in the chat if that's correct. Press 2 if I'm incorrect. That's correct, right? So this isn't unprecedented. Court ruled in Bush's favor. He was president for 30 days. Okay. He said, $1.99 for Hotep soundboard app. Appreciate you, homie. So this isn't unprecedented. And I'm not happy because if this thing goes to the courts and it gets overturned, the wrath of the left is going to be ugly. Ugly. They celebrating so hard right now. I'm like, y'all might not want to be celebrating this early. He said Gore didn't concede until December 13th, 2000. They even had a newspaper where Gore is president on the front. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Civil unrest, civil war. Right. This is definitely unrest. I don't know about war, but definitely massive unrest. I mean, we're going to get hit upside the head with online. The technocrats are going to crack us over the head. Antifa going to be in the streets. Black Lives Matter going to be in the streets. And it's just going to be ugly. Ken Thoreau said this is a setup. Yeah, I feel like that too. I feel like this is a setup too. Because if they find out that this election was somehow rigged. Y posito, adios mío. It's gonna be candela all through the streets. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be really, really, really ugly. Just is. Do y'all see my chest stream popped up? OBS acting stupid. Hold on, let me fix this shit. Oh, what the fuck? OBS, why are you acting dumb? Jesus Christ, OBS is acting stupid. Y'all see how the redacted doing me? Bruh. There's absolutely no screen share. Hold on. I think I know what the problem is. Let me just do this real fast. Somehow my chest stream got in here. All right. That's gone. You see how they do me? You see how they just did me? But that's what I'm saying is potential. Somebody said Tariq's timeline for the past 24 hours has been fire. Let's go on over to Tariq Nasheed's timeline, because Tariq's been Hotep these past couple of days when it comes to these elections. And we're going to talk about Black Lives Matter and Antifa in a little bit, but let's mosey on over here and look at this. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and do this. Let's have some fun tonight, right? Let's have some fun. What is this? Get rid of this. What is that? Let's go over here. Let's go to, let's go here. All right. Perfect. Guest name. Let's hide that. Let's do this. Let's do a little bit of a window capture. We're gonna share. We're gonna play around with some imagery here. Let's bring this down in here. Look at this. Look at this. This is funny. This is just too funny. This is just too funny. That's Roland Martin, by the way. Look at that. Look at that. So he says in response to Biden, he says, "So what? Tangibles? Are you going to allocate specifically for foundational Black Americans?" Hell no, Tariq Nasheed. This is why you should have been MAGA trained, bro. See, if you would have been MAGA trained, FBA would be relevant. ADOS would be relevant. But no, you wasn't on the MAGA train. If Biden does become president, you're irrelevant. You're irrelevant. Tariq Nasheed said, "Is anyone else having a hard time taking this election? Hard time taking this Joe Biden, Kamala Harris victory speech seriously, knowing the Democrats finessed this election? They are really overselling the con." I didn't even watch it. I didn't even know they were. He said, "How many people play chess?" I play chess. I play chess, Tariq. He said, "The only people celebrating Kamala are non-FBA immigrants, Black boule types who are employed in Democratic circles, swirlers, Black people who are trying to get sexual access to the white LGBT community." Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, bro. He said, notice whenever people bring up Kamala's record of locking up Black people, all the Democrats shills say, well, these Black people deserve to be targeted. Yeah, where you been at, Tariq? Where you been at? He said Van Jones is the kind of dude who'll be at home doing Zoom calls like this. Oh, man. Hold on. Let's see. Where's the one where he was talking about the elections? Here's Van Jones crying with his punk ass. He said, notice how it's mostly white people in Philly celebrating. Yeah, white liberals. The goddamn evil white liberal. He said, shout out to everyone who believes that Jim Crow Joe, author of the anti-Black 94 crime bill, received more votes in this election than Obama did when he ran. All because we just wanted Trump out so bad. Fire. Talk to him, Nasheed. He said they just announced Biden as president-elect, so Black people should be on alert out here, especially at any celebrations. Yes, you need to be on alert. Yeah, a Biden presidency is very bad for Black people because the Democrats might have pulled a finesse, and they keep giving us all, and they keep giving all of this fake praise to Black people so that we can receive the backlash from this. Yeah, we're going to take the blame for this. We're the ones that's going to suffer for all of this. And you could have stopped this, Tariq. You could have helped stop this, Tariq, but you didn't. You rode the anti-Trump wave, and now you want to switch sides because you see which way the pendulum is swinging. We saw it in 2015, bro. You late. He said, notice how hesitant they are to call this election. That's because they know it was some shady stuff going on with them ballots. And when they call the election, some BS might go down. This is why white liberals are pushing Black people out in the forefront. And then he points out this, right? These images of Black people. Yeah, we're going to take the blame. We are going to take the blame for when things go south. You're absolutely right. We're going to go to jail, not the white liberal. These Black women are going to go to jail. That's who's going to go to jail. He's absolutely right. I have to pull up another image since we're here. Make sure y'all check out my interview with Eliza Blue. But I might find it faster on Angela Stan King because she posted it too, I believe. Let me just go to her media because I'm sure it's in her media. Right here. This is Roland Martin. getting his ass spanked by a white liberal. I want to say this is this one of the Bidens? Press 1 in the chat if this is one of the Bidens. I don't know who this man is. But this right here, this picture right here that you see is symbolic of the relationship between black liberals and white liberals. Essentially, they're bottoms. As you can see here from this picture, they're bottoms. And when you do good, Massa gives you a spank on the ass. And you smile because you like it. It's buck breaking. That's what this is symbolic of. Buck breaking. They used to do this back in slavery. And these are the leaders they put in front of us. They tell you, Hotep is bad. This is good. Hotep is bad. This is good. Hotep Jesus is bad. This is good. These are our black leaders. Terrible. Terrible. Dub Will, he said they're gonna give Biden that Conrad Murray special. Cash is Cam. Things I trust more than Bill Gates vax. Hiding the body with Tekashi 6ix9ine. Kool-Aid with Flint tap water. Jussie Smollett police reports. Arts and crafts with Lorena Bobbitt. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. B Weezy Bird. He said Tariq's timeline for the past 24 hours been fire. Yeah. See, Tariq's doing what I will not do. I refuse to sit here and talk about the BS in elections. I'm not going to do it. Let me finish this and I'll tell you why in a second. John Lemley, Tariq has never been dumb. He just acts in his self-interest all the time, including now. He can't fundraise for reparations with Biden as president. Bingo. 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 His grift is over. It's over. Now, I'm sure he's going to push the agenda because Biden's going to completely ignore them. But I'm not going to sit up here and talk about, oh, the elections is rigged. I don't point out obvious things. I don't point out obvious things. We all know what it is. We all know what it is. We know funny money when we see it. We know fishy when we see it. We know when things are not as they seem. Tariq said that Trump hasn't actually had any anti-black policies a few weeks ago, but it was too late then to help. Yeah. Even Charlemagne the God came on Tight TI's broadcast and said, you know, Biden has done more racist things than Trump. I had to take a sip of some water. These people know what's up, man. They know what's up. They just too scared to admit it. But now that the back is against the wall, here they go. And we still got to talk about the future of Black Lives Matter. We still got to talk about I haven't gotten into that yet. We still got to talk about the future of black people in America. You think Biden campaign actually gets back to Cube now? Hell no. Masonius Rex, much love to Hotep Nation family. Appreciate you, homie. Hell no. Godfrey said Mitch McConnell and Rudy Giuliani not going like that. Real talk. Real talk. If people don't think this is going to the courts, they have lost their noggin. Lost it. Their brain is all oodles and noodles. It's me, K, said this is not over. They're going to get stung. I think there's a huge potential for that. And like I said in the beginning of the stream, I think that's the scary part. The scary part is if this decision is overturned by the Supreme Court. And that's why I'm not going out there protesting. You know, what are we protesting for? That's what we have lawyers for. That's what we have attorneys for. That's what we got Rudy Giuliani for. Trump's president. Trump got this. That's why he packed the courts before he left. And they got the Senate. Huh? You think Trump worried? This is going to be the biggest shit show in election history. It's not over. And people are celebrating way too early. Way too early. How do y'all put one in the box if y'all disappointed with Fox News? Put one in the box if y'all disappointed with how Fox News has been handling this. Put two if you think they cool. Oh yeah, let's talk about that list. They put together a hit list of Republicans or conservatives or something like that, right? It said we're gonna track this and blah 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 blah. They put together basically like I won't say doxing, but they put together a hit list of Republicans. Like, what's going on with AOC and them, man? Like, relax, babe. Y'all won the election. Relax, or you think you won the election. Every game played. Thank you. He said, Trump hinges on if Clarence Thomas remembers his confirmation hearing and if Roberts is a squish like during the ACA case. Yeah, remember when Biden tried to get my man Clarence Thomas hemmed up in Supreme Court? We ain't forget that. That was another racist act from Biden. P from Runaway said Trump was golfing earlier like a gangster. Was he? Trump was playing golf today like I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. Shout out to Lauren, literally. What up, Lauren? Much love goes out to you. That's the homie right there. I always got your back. For life. Whatever you need, call me. I'm here. You've stood by me through thick and thin. I appreciate you. Emil's Magone. Trump played a full 18 and y'all worried. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't think... Here's the problem I have with the grifters. When the grifters start the whole, oh my God, blah, 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 it puts the people in a frenzy and puts the people in a worry, which is why people tagged me early and said, Hotep, we need to stream tonight. I got to come and, calm the people down and let them know, look, man, this shit is theater. It's theater. And the grifters are out crying and complaining and protesting and whatever. Right? That's what they doing. But it's making people feel uneasy. It's another form of fear mongering. It's making people feel uneasy. It's not making them feel sure. Your president is playing a full round of 18. He ain't worried about nothing. Man, to the grifters, let me hit them with a...
Come on, man.
Hit them with a come on, man. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? They don't care about y'all. That's the problem. They only care about themselves. They don't care about y'all. They only care about themselves. That ain't my boy. That's Unc boy. Appreciate you, Lauren. Now, you see I can come on here and do my thing on YouTube. But I had no interest in that. I had no interest in coming on YouTube and even discussing this shit. I only did it because people asked me to, and they need to hear a different voice. They needed to hear one that wasn't fear mongering. Like I said, I don't grift. I do it for the people. If I was grifting, I'd be out here like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Let's go protest. I was cracking jokes on Twitter, bro. Cracking jokes. No matter who's president, I'm good. But I also know this fight ain't over. And this ain't a fight that's going to be won in the streets. Did y'all see the thing about the blockchain QR tracking thing from old boy. I think he was talking to Crowder, talking about how he was tracking the ballots. What if that's real? What if that's real? Oh my God. Somebody might go to jail. A lot of people might go to jail. We still got to talk about Black Lives Matter, future of the black community after this too. The watermark, yes. Hotep Con coming 2021. Thank you, Petra. I'm grateful for you. Fudge Mayo said, about to get my sunshine movement griff. Lemley said, I don't think you can even say the grifters care about themselves because they're too dumb and incompetent to actually be selfish. Oh my God. Lay off, Lemley. Damn. Why are you hitting them so hard? That is Steve Pisanix. Thank you for spelling that how I could pronounce it. Because you know damn well if you spelled his name, I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. Y'all should go check that out. Ellie Kerr said, peace. Thank you for being a sane, calm voice for people. Yeah, no problem, you know, but now HotepCon got pushed back, got canceled. It got canceled, bro. He was talking to Schroyer, Owen Schroyer, my bad. You know all white people look alike. Pachernek is how you say it? Pachernek? I don't know how to say the guy's name. It's like some Eastern Europe. Puchenek. Okay, Puchenek. Got the watermark. What if that's real? What's up with COVID? We ain't seen no cases of COVID pop up. Did that go away? Did it disappear? What happened to that? What happened to that? Hotep, you should have Charlie Ward on. He's awesome and has sources inside the White House. Charlie Ward, the former football player. Who is Charlie Ward? Generational battles aren't won at the ballot box. Word. He said it's Jack Ryan from Tom Clancy. Lockdowns is over. Yeah, they said, oh, you know, look at all these Trumpers celebrating COVID. Biden won, and it's like all good for them to all rally and get together. Like they're not high risk COVID at that point. I swear, these rules change for whoever. No Agenda brought it up. Uh-oh. Adam Curry's on. Shout out to Adam Curry. The Podfather. The original Podfather. Lauren Lilly said, have you checked out CISA.gov? Trump knew election fraud was coming and developed an entire organization under the DHS. Yeah. Yeah. Sam Tripoli. I think he's in my DMs. I think we're like, yeah, I got Sam here. We're supposed to be scheduling something soon. I got his message. But yeah. During the debates, what happened in debates? Trump said it during the debates. He said it during the debates that the mail-in ballots were going to be a big problem, and you know, I got to be careful with. I'd like to nominate the white liberal for Grift of the Year. Shout out to Black Mountain Hotep. You know, I got to be careful with my verbiage, so you know the technocrats don't lock me down. But yeah, Trump was talking about this during the debates, how the mail-in ballots was going to be a big fiasco. You think he wasn't planning for all of this? You think he wasn't planning? You think he? Come on, bro. We talking about 5D chess Trump here. This is 5D chess over here, man. That's what we talking about. Y'all want me to talk about the future of the black community? Black Lives Matter? Press 1 if y'all want me to talk about it, or Press 2 if y'all want to do some more AMA, and we save that for last. Press 1 if you want me to talk Black Lives Matter. Press 2 if you want to do some more AMA. Ask me anything question. Well, not ask me anything. Ask me anything related to this. He also tweeted in June about voter fraud. Yeah. I think on a gut level, yeah, the left knows what's up. The left knows what's up. They know what's up. They know. Everybody knows it was their shimmy, shim, sham, sham. I see a lot of ones. See a lot of ones. Can my son beat me in chess? No. It's my dream to get him to that point. He said AMA after. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to get my son. I'm trying to get them up. You know, they're new to chess, and with school and sports, it's kind of hard for them to, you know, focus on the task that chess is. Chess takes, you know, for me to even get to 1200 was a long journey. It took me, you know, when I started studying, you know, it took me a few months to get to 1200. It took me a year to get to 1300, and it took me a year to get to 1400. And now this year I'm trying to get to 1500. I figure for the next 5 years I'll be able to get to 2000, and then I can try and compete to become a national master. But you know, it's really hard for me to teach them the game when my level of knowledge of the game is so limited. So I try to just redirect them to some good courses. Let's talk about the black community, the future of the black community in BLM. Let's just say during Trump's presidency, I really was enjoying the white guilt. I gotta be honest, as disgusting as it was, as embarrassing, as third party embarrassing as it was, I enjoyed it. I got my free coffee off that shit. I got on Fox News because of white guilt. And you know what goes away under Biden? White guilt. That shit's gonna fade to the back like niggas on a bus. You see, under Trump's presidency, well, I guess we should just dive into a quick lesson then. You see, the left, in order for them to be effective, they need an enemy. They need to put their guy in juxtaposition to some sort of enemy. Right? And that's what Trump was for them. He was very valuable for them. John Lemley said, I don't really buy that Trump is worried about how the votes will turn out. I feel like he's in a I lost 30 mil, so I spent another 30 because unlike him, a 30 mil can't hurt me phase. Real talk. Shout out to John Lemley. Real talk, man. So using Trump was very effective. It was effective for media. It was effective for the left. I mean, people literally didn't vote for Biden. They voted against Trump. That's what they all said. I was on the chat app, the voice chat app, and in the room, somebody posed a question. They said, why did you guys vote for Biden? And you can't say to get Trump out. You know what these fools said? Healthcare for all. And that's all that's as far as they could take it. That's as far as they could take it. When I spoke to other people about it, you know, I spoke to some people, they said, you vote? I'm like, nah. They like, you don't got healthcare? I'm like, that's what y'all riding this shit on? Healthcare and insurance companies? That's what y'all choosing your president off of? That one single issue, which is nuanced as hell and muddled as hell? Obamacare was a disaster. That's facts. That's facts. Ask the people that work in insurance. They could tell you. And they're asking Trump, where's your healthcare plan? You know why Trump's healthcare plan isn't ready? I'm going to tell you why. because it's fucking socialism, and he doesn't want to give us more socialism. And he can't come out and say it because people, it'll just go against him. It'll work against him if he says he doesn't believe in healthcare for all, right? But it's just more socialism. You know what healthcare is? Fucking drinking water and exercising. That's healthcare for all. This is what Democrats will do, right? They'll say, decriminalize all drugs and then medical care for all. Now, you know these people going to end up in the hospital. You know they're going to end up in the hospital. And who's going to have to pay for that? Us. You and me. We're going to have to pay for people to have a drug addiction. That's what we're going to have to pay for. We're literally paying for people to have a drug addiction. This is why you shouldn't have Medicare for all. And I went through this on the voice chat app with the people. I said, Medicare for all is stupid. If black people need medical care, what you do is you just prop up nonprofit organizations. There's a lot of nonprofit organizations out here that get stupid rich off of solving problems. There's a lot of billionaires that'll donate to that shit and make sure people have health care. Also, when you start removing a lot of these systems, the cost of goods go down. It goes down. When you go to the hospital and they hand you a Band-Aid, you walk out with $1,000 Band-Aid. Why? Because that's what any good businessman would do. Oh, you're not paying for this? Some corporation or government's paying for this? Oh, that Band-Aid costs $1,000. They're going to get rich off that shit. Hospitals got kickback for everybody they diagnosed with COVID. They're going to abuse the system. And that's why you can't have these systems, because it just opens the door to get abused. Yes, privatize and deregulate it all. That's exactly what we need to do. If you want health care, I mean, America's fat. Let's just put it that way. America's fat. And people tell me, oh my God, black people need health care. No, black people need to watch what they eat. That's what black people need to do. They need to watch what they eat. We lead in diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease. That's what's killing us. Police ain't killing us. The white man ain't killing us. Popeyes is killing us. McDonald's is killing us. Grandma's Sunday cooking is killing us. The fact that gyms were closed was killing us. KP said, nah, if anything, white guilt will be amped up. A black female VP, she's the VP because of white guilt. She's an affirmative action hire. John Limley said, yay, we're getting stuff. We have to pay for that. We're not even going to use. Wait, what? We're getting stuff we have to pay for that we're not even going to use. Word. Until all private sector options are taken away. Go America. Look what happened with the those machines. What the machines called? Ventilators. The goddamn ventilators. They said Trump won't give us the budget for the ventilators. Months later, come to find out, ventilators was killing people. I know people that work in healthcare. You know what they told me? The majority of the time that people go on ventilators, it's because they're about to die anyway. They're about to die. And it's just so the family members can see them one last time. And ventilators are not how you rehabilitate the lungs. There's other people that can tell you how to do that. You know, Project Rook, she can tell you how to do that. DM Herbs on Twitter, he could tell you how to do that. Some steam therapy. But when you have the ventilator breathing for you, it weakens your lungs. Your lungs go, oh, you got this. So your lungs are never going to be right. You have to strengthen the lungs. They're like a muscle. You got to strengthen those bad boys. And there's ways to repair them naturally. Kyle said, much love, Hotep. Glad to see you streaming tonight. People asked me, so I showed up, man. I wasn't going to stream. I thought about streaming, but I thought about streaming chess. I wasn't even going to stream about this shit. I was like, I don't really care about this shit. Jake Miller said, pardon Snowden and Assange for Trump's last FU. Big Viz. Healthcare as a right is what happens after decades of installing economic ignorance in our schools. Yeah. Economics is the simplest thing in the world. It is. It really is. I remember thinking economics was this like complicated thing. Then I started studying it. I'm like, oh, that was pretty freaking simple. This makes sense. You know what makes economics complicated? Socialism. If you want to complicate economics, pour a little socialism in there, and all of a sudden this shit becomes complicated. Why does it become complicated? Well, it becomes complicated because socialism creates problems. It literally creates problems. The minute you add socialism to economics, it creates problems. You can't fix prices. Minimum wage is racist. I don't know how many times I got to say that minimum wage is racist, but minimum wage has a history of racism. Check Walter E. Williams' book on South Africa. It's me, K, said 10K deductibles will get peeps healthy. So the future of the black community. Like I said, I enjoyed the white guilt. I enjoyed being the center of attention. But black people now, for the next few years, party's over, man. Party's over. It's over, man. We're going to the back of the bus. I'm going to tell you why. Because the powers that be got basically two options. I got two options. What up, Hidden for Privacy? Welcome. First time viewer. Really? You need to glow into the Thursday night show, bro. That's where the fire is at. So, under a Biden presidency, if there is one, we're going to get back to that, by the way. Under a Biden presidency, they have two options. Black Lives Matter and Antifa fades to black. If they don't, that means it's poor management by the Democrats. That means Biden must be a racist. If Antifa still has to riot, if Black Lives Matter still has to march, that means Democrats are doing something wrong. It means we elected the wrong president, which means the left would have to eat its words. And they won't do that. They will not do that. So you know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Black people would be in for a rude awakening. Oh my God, a rude awakening. What's going to happen is a black man's going to get shot by a cop. Might be a knee on the neck, whatever it may be. And black folks, they're going to have their camera out. I can't find my phone. Black folks going to have their camera out. Pretend I got a camera in my hand. Here's my camera. Filming one of their own die. There it goes. Right here is on the charger. My bad. They're going to be out there filming. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't breathe. Hands up. Don't shoot. And the shit's going to go viral on social media. And you know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to get treated like how conservatives got treated for the past 4 years. Because the technocrats are going to go, oh, this ain't part of the agenda. And they're going to downvote that shit. And they're going to suppress those trending topics. And black people are going to be like, wait, they're censoring this. Censorship. And us, who sat through censorship for 4 years of Trump, are going to go, oh, now you see it. Oh, now you see it. You a little late. You know that, right? Like, this is the shit we've been talking about. Hotep's been told you. Oh, let me read some super chats. They coming in quick. Emils Magone said, Immortal Technique, there's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. Cassius Cam said, I said it on Hotep's been told you, Medicare for all It's like asking Geico for insurance, but driving 120 not using your blinkers. Word. Tyler Huffman, Biden's #2 campaign supporter, CEO of crypto derivatives exchange FTX, where you can trade Trump and Biden contracts. It's a game, bro. Yeah. Lauren Littley, she said, we need more Hotep Jesus rants. They are far too few. They are far too few and way too much in between. Wishing all the best for your family. Thank you, Lauren. You know, before I finish my rant, I don't be caring about this shit enough to talk about it. That's why I'm not like these grifters where their life depends on going to YouTube. Like, my life don't depend on getting on YouTube and talking to y'all about this shit. You know what I'm saying? If I was a grifter, I'd be up here 2-3 times a day covering every single topic. You know what I mean? I really don't care about half this shit because this shit be irrelevant. And it's like disgusting the way people react to it. John Lemley said, why eat your words when you can just shame and replace Biden with someone cleaner after it? Also true. Also true. Also true. And that's the option. And that's what I'm saying. If they go down that road, black people will have to admit or face public shame to the fact that they put Biden in office and nothing changed. Because nothing's going to change if Biden's in office. Jay Stokes said, I'm too busy. Yeah, I'm too busy in the tech game to be coming and running the YouTube and shit. I'm fucking working on AI and Bitcoin and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working. I'm like putting in real work. Like I'm going after billions so I can like really make change in this world, you know, and show y'all like how philanthropy is supposed to be done. Like, you know, people say retire. Y'all saw a little Hotep Jesus earlier. He gonna come do this, and I'm gonna spend my billions as a philanthropist and show y'all why we don't need communism, because there can be good capitalists. That's what I'm gonna do with my money. I'm gonna go around the world like fucking like Jesus, so to speak, right? And just fucking heal people and help people, man. That's my goal. Yeah, we're gonna have to learn Chinese. That's another thing that's coming from this next presidency, man. Like China relations. Oh my God. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and look up. Can we look up the yen? Let's see what the yen is doing. I want to see what the price of the yen is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to find a live chart here. Wait, no, that's Japanese. It's the yuan, I think. It's the yuan. I'm sorry, I'm looking up the wrong one. Right? Is the yuan? Is it the yuan that's the Chinese? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm bugging. Where can I go to look at a good chart? I want to look at a good chart. I don't do this Forex shit. I want to see what Biden's announcement. That's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see what Biden's announcement, how this thing reacted. So Friday went down. Oh wait, I don't think the currency markets are open on the weekend, right? Can somebody confirm? I don't think they're open on the weekend. I forgot. We're in the weekend. I need somebody to confirm. Stock market is gonna be crazy. That's another thing. Monday, I'm anxious to see. You said it shot up 28%. There was a spike. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Bitcoin's been looking good. Hold on, let me get back to my rant. Let me read some of these super chats. CJ Man said, remember when Biden accidentally, quote unquote, said he has the best voter fraud agency or something a couple weeks ago? Maybe old dementia spoke too much. Love and loyalty. My brother wears a BLM hat, then votes for Biden. What is that? Give him a hug, man. Give him a hug. Hopefully he don't got pronouns in his bio. If he got pronouns in his bio, you know, It might be a lost cause. I got to do some Google Translate here. We got some Chinese text coming in. You know we got to speak in Chinese now. I'm sure that our new allies will help strengthen our economy and will never cause a currency devaluation for ourselves. Yeah. I feel like we slipped back into normie reality. Yeah. So back to my rant. So those are their choices, right? So they either got to, because it's going to happen. Somebody's going to catch somebody getting their ass whooped by a cop. And then it's going to go viral on social media. The technocrats are going to downvote it. The media is going to have a blackout on it. The media is not going to cover it. Let me read this tweet I said earlier, and I want to show you something. I want to show you something from this tweet. This tweet went viral, and people were arguing with me about this. Let me find it. I said, watch BLM fade to irrelevance. Because if police brutality happens under Biden, then it's poor management by Democrats. Police brutality will happen, and the media will ignore it, and black people will realize their error. Will they admit their error is one thing. They will realize it, though. And some people said, well, Black Lives Matter started under Obama. And that's correct. It did start under Obama. It absolutely did. It absolutely did. But you know what? When BLM first hit, it didn't get favorable coverage. It was villainized by the media. The media even had blackouts. They weren't talking about some of the protests that were happening in the streets around BLM. They didn't get behind it until they controlled it. They didn't get behind it until it fit their anti-Trump agenda. Then the media got behind Black Lives Matter, and that's what people don't remember. See, I was there. I remember. The media was not favorable to Black Lives Matter, and that's why the hashtag got so big. The hashtag got big because there was a media blackout, and it didn't get favorable coverage. So people had the hashtag to raise awareness. James 94 said, so that will happen again. Yes. And that's exactly what's going to happen again. That's exactly what's going to happen again. Right? It's exactly what's going to happen again. The media, something's going to happen, and the media's going to complete blackout, and they're not going to be paying attention to that shit. And black people are going to go, well, black liberals, what's going on? Why won't they report on this? Oh my God. You should have stuck with Trump. You see, under Trump, at least it fit the agenda. And then during that 8 years, you could have tried to do something for yourself. Shit, Trump did more for black people than Obama did. And that's facts. I know Obama had the Big Brother plan, but he went to Flint, Michigan and sipped the water. And he brought slavery back to Libya. Tyler Tremaine said, it's funny how they announce the results on the weekend when the stock market is closed. Isn't that funny? That is mighty funny. I didn't think about that. That's mighty funny that they announced these results on the weekend when the stock market is closed. It was like they purposely waited for a Saturday because they knew the market would react. It's very interesting. So I'm very interested in seeing you said no, Lauren. I want to hear Hotep call him out. Call who out? So I'm interested to see what the stock market does on Monday. Terrence Scott said Hunter is smoking rocks and eating grilled cheese. John Lemley, he said, I don't have any proof, but I'm starting to think these right-wing vote protests happen to be funded by a little Soros so he can cover both sides. Very potential. I like the way you think. I like that. And if it's not him, it's the Koch brothers or somebody else. Right? Daniel Hawk Some of the first BLM videos were mobs chanting to kill Whitey. Can't have that on mainstream media. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's true. That's true. Lauren literally said, yes, I'm feeling like I'm in church right now. Yo, I'm just speaking from the heart. I'm just speaking from the heart. Somebody said Candace Owens 2024. Oh my God. She's the reason why this race was so close. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all been drinking too much MAGA juice. She's the reason why Trump didn't have good black outreach. She didn't reach nobody in the black community. What is wrong with y'all? BLM is saying F Biden on Twitter. The left is gonna eat itself. Let's play the video. We gotta since we're here, let's play the video. Let me window capture. All right, cool. Let's go to the tape. Let's see what the left is doing. All right, let's go to the tape. Oh, cancel. Let's go to the tape, y'all. Let's see what the left. This is what the left is in for. This is what the left is in for the next 4 years. If Biden wins the Supreme Court case, which I doubt he will. Let's take a look at this. Y'all ready? Let's take a look at this. Let me find the tweet. Here it is right here. Look at that. Just found it. Let's They
don't know where it was. They don't know where it
was. Caption says, let me just mute it and I'll continue the video playing. But no, we got to hear somebody say, hold on. We got to hear this part right here.
See? Give space, please, guys. If you are not a part of this, please stay away. Oh, come on. The last thing we want to do is see a black man get arrested by the police.
Can I rewind that part? Can I rewind that part?
Oh, come on! The last thing we want to do is see a black man get arrested by the police.
Yo. Black man getting his ass whooped by the police under Biden. It's already happening. It's already happening. He ain't even get in the seat yet. He didn't even hit the inaugural stage yet. And they already fighting. The left is already eating itself. It's already eating itself. The last thing we need to see is a black man getting arrested by the police. Well, that's what happens when y'all start fighting in public. Disorderly conduct. Arrest his ass. That's what happens. What the fuck did you expect? He said Biden's America. Hey, yo. Hold on. We're going to come back to that thought. John Lemley said, ain't going to be no pigs in a blanket singing by BLM when Kamala gets into office. Word. Daniel Hawk said it's funnier that they announced a winner before the counts. And lawsuits are done. Bush Gore went to December 13th. They want to let Trump win so they can say he stole it for 4 years. Yes! Yes. Yes. That's exactly what they want to do. That's exactly what they want to do. I'm going to read these English super chats first. Lauren Lilly said, Candace reached her white husband and got the bag by getting pregnant. Y'all don't hear me. Uh-oh. Every gameplay said, Portland's already cracking down on Antifa with the National Guard. It's all political grift. Now, they ain't one. Now, Portland didn't want to bring the National Guard in under Trump. But now said they want to bring the National Guard in. Because the game's over. Now they gotta get their beast under control. He said, do you think Trump will implement the platinum plan if he is reelected? Yeah. See, Trump understands something a lot of people don't understand. Trump understands that we're just printing money. And he's not afraid to admit it. You seen the HBCUs came and they were like, yo, we got to come back here every year. And Trump said, why y'all, the historical black universities, historical black college and universities came to Trump for some money. They told him we got to come back every year. We feel like we begging. And he gave him a bag, a big bag. Don't come back. Hey, you good for a few years now. You come back under another president or something like that. But he gave him a big bag. He understands we're printing money. He has no problem cutting checks. He has no problem creating a budget for shit because he knows we're creating it out of thin air. And he don't give a fuck. It's not his money. Why would he care? It's not his money. So, as we saw from that video, the left is eating itself. It's eating itself already. And the cops are still going to whoop your ass. No matter who's president, the cops is going to whoop your ass. That's not a presidential problem. People act like Trump created police brutality. Like he was the inventor of it or something. Ed said, what are your thoughts on NFAC? Not effing around coalition. I don't know. I don't know the motherfuckers. I never met them. The niggas ain't Hotep Nation, so, I focus on myself. John Lemley, I think this is also, they practice 2A. Anybody who practices their gun rights, I love it. Just practice that shit properly. John Lemley said, I think this also ties into Putin retiring. With the boogeyman fading away, they need a way to say Trump stole an election. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the bigger play. I think that's the bigger play. If this thing goes to the courts and gets overturned and Trump does 4 more years, we're going to see the biggest. You thought that tantrum last election was huge from the left? Oh, hell no. That wasn't shit compared to what we're going to see if that thing gets overturned in the courts. Because it's going to the courts. You must be stupid if you think Trump going to lay down and let this shit happen. He already told you he wasn't leaving office. He already told you, I'm not leaving office. So you know he fighting this. And then when he wins in the courts, because if it goes to the courts, he's probably going to win. When he wins in the courts, what's going to happen? They're going to say he stole the election. Russians hacked the Supreme Court. That's what they're going to say. Russians hacked the Supreme Court. They turn into Q conspiracy theorists overnight. That's what happens. It's ridiculous. It's effing ridiculous. But going back to what I was saying before, black issues will not matter under Biden. They can't matter under Biden. They literally can't matter under Biden. They can't. It will be the antithesis to everything he ran on. He ran on open borders, so immigrants are going to come first. He ran on LGBT, so they're going to come first. Who else? Trans folk. All right, that's an LGBT. That's what he ran on. So black folks going to the back of the bus. Again, just like Jim Crow. Right? and they're going to bring in the immigrants, and they're going to take our jobs. They took our jobs. John Lemmy said, I can't wait to become a footwear professional who plays basketball in Pelican Bay and has 23-hour lockdown at re-education camps. Yeah, I mean, Gulags is up. Gulags is around the corner. They're gonna try the Gulags after They're gonna try the Gulags after we turn away the vaccines. And for the people trying to push them vaccines,
come on, man.
You gotta come on, man. They took our jobs. Yeah. One more time for the people pushing vaccines.
Come on, man.
But yeah, they're gonna, force us into the Gulags for that. So y'all got any questions, man? I think I've exhausted everything I had to say on this topic. Jeannie Maga said, what do we do? What do you do? I'll tell you what you do. I'll tell you exactly what you do. You look at your husband. You look at your kids. And you tell them you love them. Every day. 3 times a day. And you pray. And you go to church. And read your Bible. And then you work. Work your ass off. Work your ass off. Build your companies. Build your farms. Google Translate, wow, Lemley. Focus on yourself. Focus on your family. We got to insulate the family first. We got to Hotep the kids. Make sure your kids are well taught at home so they don't get indoctrinated at these universities and school. We need woke kids. Somebody said, didn't Trump have a plan for vaccine distribution by the military, though? Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Trump was using that vaccine rhetoric a lot, too. He was. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly why. And mostly because his hand was forced to say that. Because the American people are so fucking stupid. They believe in that shit. They believe we need vaccines. That's how stupid the American public is. It's how ignorant the American public is. They think vaccines are good. So he's really going along with mainstream thought opinion. Public opinion. Because if he says anything else, even some people on the right would be like, what do you mean? There's people on the right that believe the vaccines is cool. I remember when I was talking against the vaccines and I said, yo, they're trying to stop vaccine exemption. They're creating laws to get around religious exemption, basically saying the vaccines are required. Right? This is what they were doing in a couple of states around the United States. This was happening in legislation. And people were protesting this stuff. I did 2 interviews. Sister Samaya, and I did one with Dr. Shiva. Go look up Sharp Conversations on the Apple Podcast, on Spotify, on YouTube. I had these conversations with them about vaccines. Keep in mind, I did this pre-COVID. So they are already prepping the legislation to say that vaccines are mandatory before COVID hit. They were. They were setting this up. And when I said this, when I was talking about this topic, people were like, oh, you're an anti-vaxxer, you're an anti-vaxxer, you're an anti-vaxxer. That's what they told me. People on the right and the left. And I'm like, what? Y'all believe in that shit? Y'all gonna take that shit? And now here we got COVID, and now y'all telling me y'all don't want the vaccines. Y'all should have been hip to this shit pre-COVID. So here's Eric F. He's one of those people who says vaccines are fine. It's the forced part I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with any of it, especially forced. Vaccines are not fine. And we spoke about that on the episode with Dr. Shiva. Y'all really got to get educated on this matter. I did an episode with DM Herbs, Tahuti Ali. Y'all got to get educated on this shit. Stop believing that shit. You have no ground to stand on to believe in vaccines. You have none. You have none. You do not understand what's in that thing. The people who give it to you don't know what's in it. Y'all gotta stop pushing that shit, yo. Y'all gotta stop saying that shit is okay. It's not okay. Y'all don't know the history behind them vaccines. When you say them shits is okay, you're opening the door for forced vaccination. That's what you're saying. They're like, oh, you like these things. Hey, let's make them mandatory. They already halfway there. They already halfway believe. Go ahead. They'll be all right. Only a few of them will fight. Only a few of them will fight. You gotta get woke, people. Y'all halfway there. Go all the way, yo. Daniel Hawk, he said, when Trump wins, if he better be smart speech with complicated business folk like he did with Hillary, was too drunk to concede. Chad Lemoyne, shout out Hotep Jesus putting in hours of work on a Saturday. What up, Chad? You better watch out, man. Wifey gonna be looking for you, man. You better be spending that quality time. Don't get divorced. I ain't got no room in my house. T West, he said, who trying to learn how to make some shoes and speak Mandarin with me? China's smart, man. When everybody was thinking about, steel and oil and all this shit, they were like, you know what everybody needs? Shoes. And they focused on that shit. And they make shoes for the world. Real fucking smart people, man. They just stuck to the basics. Common sense. Maslow. You know what I mean? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Stick to the basics. John Lemley. I didn't say shoe program. Dirt. For Google Translate, let me hit him with a...
Come on, man.
Lauren literally said, a Biden presidency is the end of the black man and the black family as we know it. Word. Oh. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Black people were celebrating. I'm like, yo, y'all celebrating y'all demise, yo. Y'all out here celebrating this dude who was a fucking known racist, gave a speech at a KKK funeral. Brody McFarlane, Hotep, shout out to Lil Man toward Lockheed Martin stock. Appreciate you, homie. Lockheed Martin stock. Yeah, that military industrial complex. Brody McFarlane said, both of these super chats for Junior, Hoteps for the children. I'm going to let him know that. I'm going to let him know these super chats is for him. He made a little money tonight. Put in their work. John Lemmy said, guys, why do you hate vaccines so much? Oregon just legalized putting needles in our arm. Lauren, literally, they know what's in the vaccine and they don't care what happens to the rest of us. Facts. And there's so much documentation about this stuff, and y'all ain't looked into it. Y'all believe in your dumbass doctor. Your doctor get paid to fucking fool your dumbass. Your doctor don't know shit. People think doctors know shit. Doctors don't know shit, dog. I'm telling you right now, doctors don't know shit. You heard me say that correctly. I'm not stuttering. I'm not taking it back either. Doctors don't know shit, y'all. You know what doctors know? You know what doctors study? Do you know what an MD is? Medicine. Doctors know medicine, aka they're experts in drugs. They don't know shit, but oh, you got this? I know what drug goes with that. They don't know shit. They don't know the body like they supposed to. They don't know nutrition like they supposed to. They know medicine. That's why they call MD. Medical doctor. Medicine. They know how to prescribe. Thank you, Brody. Catherine said, listen, I work for 3 doctors. Hotep ain't lying. Doctors are pill pushers. Yes. And you want me to listen to them? Y'all want me to listen to the drug dealers? I'm not listening to no drug dealers. I'm not listening to legal drug dealers. He said, I seen them use WebMD to diagnose. Oh my God. The healthcare cartel. As you can see, I'm over here yawning, man. It's 12:30 a.m. and I'm up here fucking streaming. Let me take one more sip. He said the same doctors that said cigarettes are good for you. They did say that at one point, didn't they? He said, I could listen to this for days. Y'all sleep, but we woke, Hotep. Shout out to Lauren. Surgeons. Let's talk about surgeons. Surgeons are experts in cutting your ass open. You know what they used to say in ancient Kemet? Don't cut the body open. You heal it from the inside out. Are there times that you have to perform surgery? Sure. I think that, like Dr. Shiva said, I think in wartime, you know, like he says, the whole hospital industry really got its boom from war. World War I, World War II, right? This is where they really got their big start. And because Western medicine is great at taking care of your ass if you get cut the fuck open. They great at that shit. They real good at that. You want a diet book? I might write a diet book one day. I might do that. I'll put that on my list. They gave you 9 surgeries. Doctors love to cut your ass open. Why? Because they get to run your insurance bill up. They do it to women when they pregnant and they about to have a baby. Somebody said, read the Unbreakable Rules of Masculinity. Great read. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead. The link is in the description box. They do it to women. Oh, you know, you can have a C-section. Why? Because goddamn doctor get paid, you know, $20,000 or whatever more for the C-section than to have a vaginal birth. It's a racket. He said surgeons have the highest rate of psychopaths. I'm sure they do. Sure they do. So, you know, do these doctors have a high IQ? Potentially. But what does the IQ test tell you? Nothing really. Not much. IQ test doesn't really tell you much. It tells you got a good memory. It tells you know how to remember some shit. That's all it tells you. You remembered some irrelevant shit. You know how many people I got over on with a high IQ? The niggas ain't too smart. They don't know how to think on their feet. I know niggas in the streets that's smarter than these high IQ cats. John Lumley said, on the bright side, at least under Biden and Kamala, us non-melanated get to see how much white privilege we have. Also, doctors are ultimate addicts. Real talk. Y'all white privilege about to go through the roof. Your righteous bid, chill out before I tell the mods to limit your ass. Matter of fact, I'm about to just... Mods, y'all slipping. Y'all over here slipping. Got this nigga spamming my chat up. Colleen said doctors are part of the R-Child machine. Yeah. Somebody said about ancient Samaria. I mean, Samaria is after Kemet. They learned from the Cometians. Cassius Cam said it's Draco season. That's definitely Draco season. It's definitely Draco seasons. Somebody said you can get C's in your exams and still become a doctor. Word. Somebody said I have a high IQ and rather have a high social IQ. I hate traditional schooling. Yeah, I have a super high social IQ. Common sense supersedes IQ. It sure does. There's a lot of high IQ people who ain't got much common sense, bro. I be saying shit to them and they be like, huh? Like, yo, it's common sense. You don't get this? But they could tell you 300 parts of the body all day long. I look at them as just resource. High IQ people are people I'd hire. I just hire them. Yo, can you tell me this random fact? Can you calculate this number for me? Can you do this for me? They're just worker bees. They're really good worker bees. You go fucking make this machine for me. I have this idea. Go make this machine for me. All right? They're real good at that. Somebody said, isn't ancient Samaria more ancient? Yeah, if you learn from Houghton Mifflin and McGraw Hill, sure. If those is your sources. John Lemley said surgeons are number 5 on the list of professions that attract psychopaths. Number 1 is CEO, 10 is civil servant, 6 is journalist, 7 is police, sales is number 4, and 3 is media. I hated sales. I never felt right in sales. I was always like a mediocre salesman. If it was something the person needed and I knew they needed it, oh, I could sell that shit off my ass. But like I remember I used to work at CompUSA. We was talking about that with Chad, and people would walk in and they, they'd have a problem with the computer. So my dumb ass, I'd be like, what's wrong with your computer? And they tell me, and they'd be like, yeah, I think I need a new one. I'm like, no, you don't. Try this, 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 and this. Go home. Hurry up before my manager sees. I could have sold him a new computer, but ethically it didn't sit right with me. When I knew in my head that this person couldn't afford a new computer because they're over here bargain shopping by price. Like, is there anything cheap I can get? Yo, bro, go home, download this piece of software to clean it up. You good, right? Then you got in a mortgage business, they had us selling predatory loans. And I'm just like trying not to, sell to people, mortgages that they don't need. Anthony Foreman said, can you get an interview with Dr. Boyce Watkins? And I tried to talk to Boyce Watkins years ago, man. Like, Boyce Watkins is a wannabe Hotep. I hope he sees this too. Boyce, you know you're a wannabe Hotep. All you do is steal our rhetoric and run with it. You wasn't on this shit until you seen Hoteps hop on this shit. You was an anti-Trumper. You was an anti-Trumper. I remember. Don't forget, bro. You was a leftist. And now you want to come around and act like us. He know where we at. He ain't never invite me to the show. I got invited on the Joe Rogan and a million other podcasts, but these niggas don't invite me on shit. Fuck Boyce Watkins. But thanks for tuning in, y'all. It's been real fun. Emils Magone said, laugh my ass off. They tried to tell me no one trusted advertisers at MSU. Y'all be safe, man, and don't let this election shit get you down, because the story has just begun. The story has just begun. We still got to see these motherfucking Democrats in court. Make sure y'all check the links in the description box below. Make sure y'all subscribe. Let me go ahead and play my subscribe thingamajiggy. Hit the links in the description box below. Get in tune with my products and companies. Subscribe. Hit the like button before you leave. We got 800 in the room. Only 274 likes. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up before you leave. Also, get in tune with my podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Get in tune. Sharp Conversation, Sharp with an E. All right, Sharp with an E, Sharp Conversations with Hotep Jesus. If you type in Hotep Jesus, it'll pop right up. Peace, love, and happiness. I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe.